Genesis chapter 18. The Lord appeared to Abraham near the great trees of Mamre, as he was sitting at the entrance of his tent in the heat of the day. Abraham looked up and saw three men standing nearby. When he saw them, he hurried from the tent entrance to meet them and bow low to the ground. He said, "My Lord, if I have found favor in your eyes, do not pass by your servant. Let a little water be brought so you can wash your feet and rest under this tree. Let me bring you something to eat to refresh you, and then you may continue your journey now that you have come to your servant." And they replied, "Do as you have said." So Abraham hurried into the tent to Sarah. "Quick," he said, "take 3 measures of your finest flour, knead it and bake fresh bread." Then Abraham ran to the herd, selected a choice tender calf, and gave it to a servant who quickly prepared it. He brought them curds and milk and the calf that had been prepared, and he set these before them. While they ate, he stood near them under the tree. They asked him, "Where is Sarah, your wife?" There in the tent, he said, and the Lord said, "I will surely return to you about this time next year. And Sarah, your wife, will have a son." Now Sarah was listening from the entrance of the tent behind. Abraham and Sarah were already old, very advanced in years, and Sarah was long past childbearing age. So she laughed quietly to herself and said, "After I am worn out and my Lord is old, will I really know such pleasure?" Then the Lord said to Abraham, "Why did Sarah laugh? Why did she say, 'Can I really have a child now that I am old?' Is anything too hard for the Lord? I will return to you at the appointed time next year, and Sarah will have a son." Sarah was afraid, so she lied and said, "I did not laugh." But he said, "Yes, you did."
When the men got up to leave, they looked out towards Sodom, and Abraham walked with them to see them on their way. Then the Lord said, "Shall I hide from Abraham what I am about to do? Abraham will surely become a great and mighty nation, and all nations on earth will be blessed through him. I have chosen him, so he will direct his children and his household after him to keep the way of the Lord, by doing what is right and just, so that the Lord may bring about what he has promised." Then the Lord said, "The outcry against Sodom and Gomorrah is great, and their sin is exceedingly great. I will go down to see whether the outcry of those who have suffered is as bad as the reports that have reached me. If not, I will know." The men turned and went towards Sodom, but Abraham remained standing before the Lord. Abraham approached him and said, "Will you sweep away the righteous with the wicked? What if there are 50 righteous people in the city? Will you really destroy it and not spare the place for the sake of the 50. The Lord said, if I find 50 righteous people in Sodom, I will spare the whole place for their sake. Abraham spoke again. Now that I have been so bold as to speak to the Lord, though I'm nothing but dust and ashes, what if the number is 5 less? What if there are only 45 there? God said, I will not destroy it if I find 45. Abraham continued, what if only 40 are found there? God said, for the sake of 40, I will not do it. Then Abraham said, please don't be angry with me, but what if only 30 can be found? God answered, I will not destroy it if I find 30. Abraham said, now that I dare to speak again, what if there are 20? God said,